Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere, and even earn money. We like that. All in one place for totally free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your cellular telephone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else, those other places that podcasts are heard.
Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&As and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free, zero catch. We've been using it ever since we started How Long Gone. And ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I feel like having the option of turning off the Q&As and the polls on the user dashboard has really helped boost my creativity and take it to another level. I highly recommend giving it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started.
Yet again, we're back at it, back on our bullshit. The final episode of Jason's New York journey, thank God. I don't know if I could stand another moment. It's making me deeply jealous. When I got a text at 10 p.m. Eastern Time last night, I'm at a Torched Milk Studios party with the worst dressed crowd I've ever seen. Jason's texting me that he's linking and building with friend of the show and former guest Jeff Ahiza in Dime Square, sipping cocktails at Clandestino. I'm looking at C-grade influencers in ugly clothing, drinking champagne, and it hurt, Jason.
Damn, bro. I was having some Clando Guinnesses, Guinai, I should say. You can't really get that in Glendale. That's that sense of community. It's just like, okay, we're going to sit at this table for a minute. Somebody else shows up, and is it weird if I switch to this table? I don't want to offend you, but like these people are hotter than you guys, and you know, I guess it has, feels like you're in high school again.
Yeah, it must be nice. Yeah. I felt like I was in high school. I felt like I was in high school last night too, because I was going to stuff some nerds into a locker at that fucking party. No. But
damn, bro.
We were, we linked up with Mikey and Twin, and it was fine. We went to famous Canadian export Toroni. And I tell you what, it was fucking popping mask off. You know what was interesting to be in a restaurant?
Forgot about Toronto.
Like inside a restaurant, it was full, first of all, capacity wise, and the noise level was so nice to hear. Like music and talk, like no one's got a mask on, no one's whispering, there's no dividers. It was nice, you know what I mean?
No one's whispering. Yeah, I remember that was the biggest, pet peeve of quarantine for me was all that whispering, all that indoor
Well, I
whispering
also want to say proudly that I did go into my local Whole Foods this morning mask free, and you know what? None of these cucks said shit to me, and there were other people in there mask free, so it's happening.
Technically, you still need to wear a mask at Whole Foods, but
no, you don't.
You were saying...
I think people just are because I think we're in that gray period where people are like not sure exactly what they can do, even though the failing government did give us some instructions. I think it's a personal choice issue at this stage.
So you did see some people still choosing to wear their mask, and then you said, screw you guys. You can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Was anybody like trying to get you to wear a mask or something like that?
No, of course not. No, I just have a bad attitude.
Yeah, I went into a coffee shop this morning called Mud just because I had to. I'm sure you've heard of it, right?
That's a New York classic.
A New York classic, and I walked in, and Carolyn was like, oh shit, I forgot my mask. And then I looked inside, and the barista working there was not wearing a mask. And I was like, I think you'll be just fine at Mud. And in fact, we were. And they're like, oh, like if you guys want to sit, you have to show proof of quarantine or proof of vaccination, and they do like a temperature thing, and then they all looked at each other and they're just like, I don't know. And then they just didn't. And I was like, yeah, it's June 15th. I guess you don't really have to anymore. And they're nobody gave a shit. So everyone was happy about that. I did get to enjoy dinner at Servo's yesterday.
Oh my God, dude, you need to come back. I'm worried about you now. People are worried about
Why?
me. They should be worried about you.
Just a couple days ago, I said cervos, and then you laughed at me for not knowing it. Now I go to servos.
I'm laughing at your dime square OD. That's what I'm laughing at.
Yeah.
You out here peacocking, trying to become a drunken canal cover star while drinking and eating.
I was sitting inside the restaurant at the very back table, hidden behind a pillar. There was no... was I able to get a table outside? No, but even if I did, I wouldn't be able to peek.
Bro, you got to hit.
I'm not a peacocker, but more.
Yes, you are, because unfortunately, you're a peacocker not by choice. It's just that you're hard to miss because of your size. Yeah.
God made me a pea guy.
Yeah, you're a pea guy. Well, you should have. I mean, look, if you need a table there, let me know. I can hit Sam Hine and he can take care of you.
No, I don't think I'll ever go back to that restaurant.
Here we go. Let me guess. Jason thought it sucked.
No, it didn't suck, but it's just like I don't understand what is special about it. I mean, there is nothing special about it. It was okay. The French fries are pretty good, but
I mean, there's nothing special. Anywhere. There's basically nothing special about any restaurant, if you ask me. They all serve food. Some play better music than others, and some waiters are more surly than others. But that's really it.
It was fine. It was like a Gigi's thing. It's there.
I mean, I think that's what it's supposed to be. I mean, I think all those restaurants are for drinking.
They did have, yeah. They had a dish on the menu that was just a bowl of fried shrimp heads, which is one of my favorite treats. But it was just a bowl of shrimp heads. And that's it. So you just kind of have to crunch these dry shrimp. There's nothing to dip it into.
Are you supposed to dip those?
What a missed opportunity. I mean, usually if you get a fried shrimp head, there's some type of dipping sauce, so you're not just eating. Like if you get a shrimp.
Oh, I actually didn't know.
It's like if you get your beloved shrimp cocktail and you just eat them nude.
Oh God.
Or just like with like a squeeze of lemon. You wouldn't like that, would you, Chris?
Not particularly, no. I mean,
No, you wouldn't.
No, I'm not a big sauce bitch, but I do need it for certain things.
I'm a big The best meal that I had in New York was definitely the intestines at the Korean place. By far, but most enjoyable meal and best food.
That's disgusting, but sure. I mean, that's the thing with you food types. It like
don't be so mad at Koreans, Chris.
No. This is what food.
I don't think they're disgusting.
This is what food people do, though. It's just like drug. It's like drug addicts. Like at a certain point, it needs to get more and more gnarly for it to work for you, and that's where you're at right now.
Yeah,
like it's like, oh well, the oxys are good, but I need something better. Let me take more. Oh, those are pretty good. Let me mix them with this.
I believe that's called chasing the dragon, right?
You're chasing the dragon. No restaurant is good enough for you unless it's disgusting. Not disgusting.
Let's try this glove on the other hand, Chris. And I did say glove intentionally as a fine leather good. You could say the same thing about the world of fashion or pretty much any other art thing of just like. I'm into art. I really love this guy Rothko and like this other dude, like Monet and Picasso. Those guys rule. And people are going to be like, "What the fuck? Like that's what you're into? Like, what's your favorite restaurant? I like Cheesecake Factory. It's the best." They're like, "Okay, but like what?" Give me some signifiers that will show your personality, and then let's go from there. Let's go a little bit deeper down.
Well, I hate to tell you this, Jason.
Like, I like beer. I like Budweiser.
I hate to tell you this, but liking food, unfortunately, is not a personality. So I have to. Much like being from New York is not a personality.
Is liking fashion being a personality or no?
No. None of it is having. No, none of us. We're all fucking losers. All interests are boring. That's what I'm trying to say.
No. I have a great personality and have so many cool interests.
I love you and your personality and your cool interests. There's no.
I don't like that when you start off with like. I love that you think that, and I love your personality. You're a rock star in my eyes.
I just feel like it's going to be a couple years from now. You're going to be like, bro, I just ate this bowl of gravel with whole milk. It was amazing. It was crazy.
Well, part of what
you're like, wait,
I mean, you got to hear both sides. I mean, like. Where's the gravel from? Like is it
pickled gravel? The gravel is pickled. It's
the idea, like when you were using the drug analogy, like the idea of drugs is like how much is enough for you? When do you pull out? When do you pull back and say that's too much? And then you have a healthy, successful relationship with drugs or with art or with food. You're using it. You're not abusing it. So part of that is like, are you abusing being like a foodie loser?
Some would say eating intestines is abusing it, but I'm not here to judge. You know what I mean? I would never.
The intestines are a food, are part of an animal that many cultures have enjoyed for centuries.
Of course, I understand.
It's just your white palate maybe can't handle it, Chris. And I like to exploit the palate of other cultures.
We know you like to exploit other cultures. We've seen it for years. No, I'm giving you a hard time.
I know. The whole point of it is you go too far. Like, I will eat an intestine. I don't want to eat like a baby fetus chicken.
Well,
I will eat caviar. I don't want to squeeze it out of the fish into my mouth.
I think the reality is, and what we've uncovered on this podcast over the last year and a half, is that everything is basically mediocre.
That's true.
And every once in a while, you get a beautiful spike. Most of the time, it's like, yeah, this is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes things like, last night tucking into the delicious fungi salad at Tironi.
There's nothing funky happening at Tironi, but carry on.
Fungi.
Fungi. Sorry.
It's the best thing. It's the best thing on the menu.
Yeah, fungi is fire.
Besides the ciccio, which my heads know, but I used to get it without the meat. But the ciccio is the cold folded pizza with burrata and arugula. But the decor is terrible. Mm-hmm. The crowd is terrible. But the salad is good, and I had a good time, and that's all. I'm done. I'm good. I'm happy when I leave there. I'm able to ignore being surrounded by mediocrity, much like the entire city of Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
Besides the breathtaking views and the tennis court availability, this is what we deal with. We deal with mediocrity. That's what society is, Jason.
And you just have to choose which type of mediocrity you can tolerate, and that's what makes you you.
Exactly. And I could tolerate them jeans.
Thanks.
I
see you. What's your name? I see you tolerating in them jeans.
Hey, where you going? You're tolerating.
Looking fine as hell, tolerating me in them jeans. Okay, sorry. We have a guest today.
We do have a guest today. Very excited. A Grady High School alumni, Atlanta, Georgia's own Faye Webster. She has a new record that we've played on How Long Gone Radio.
Yeah, she makes very, very nice, sweet love songs. They have a lot of soul in them, and she seems like a cool person. If she's from Atlanta, so you guys can.
We're about to build
kibitz about all of those cool things, like
the
music of Outkast and things like that.
Well, she also put out her early music on Awful Records, which is kind of funny and cool.
Okay.
But now she's signed to friend of the show, Secretly Canadian. Shout out to all our heads over there in the family.
Yo, keep vinyl alive, baby.
Once again, we're on the front lines of keeping vinyl alive. If you have an extra $45, go cop Faye's album at Amoeba, the new Amoeba.
Did you just say if you have an extra $45?
I'm kidding. Well, it's 180 gram vinyl. It's colored.
Ladies, if he's not supporting, if he's not keeping vinyl alive, you gotta dump that broke hoe.
Yeah,
that man is a zero.
If he didn't spend at least a G at Record Store Day 2021 virtually, then his dick ain't hitting. That's the bottom line. Yeah.
The door is closed to the dick.
Yeah, doors, ladies.
Bye.
Ladies,
okay, bye.
Ladies, if he doesn't have those white shelves from IKEA for all his records, you don't need to go over to his crib ever again.
And the first pressing of those IKEA shelves, not the new remake shit.
Oh, no.
It's OG shit only.
No, we need OG only, baby, and only in white for some reason. That's how it works.
Back when IKEA was IKEA, you know what I mean?
It was a different time. But yeah, Faye Webster's we're gonna give her a jingle, tap in from ATL, see how she's doing. And Jason's going to challenge her to a yo-yo competition. He will lose, but
okay.
Let's chat with Faye.
Smash that motherfucking record button, Faye.
I pressed R.
Pressing R. Okay, what's up? What's up, dog? How are you?
I'm pretty good. I spontaneously bought a ping pong table last night.
Damn.
Is this new or used?
It looked brand new, and on Facebook Marketplace it was so cheap, and I was like, why is this so cheap? And I saw it like 20 minutes after the person posted it, and then when I pulled up to their house to pick it up, it was just like a bachelor as fuck. And like he was just like, I don't know, like he was just like this dude with a bunch of money and a bunch of games, and he just didn't want his ping pong table anymore.
What kind of game? What do you mean a bunch of games? What does that mean?
Bunch of money,
You know,
and
like
a bunch of games.
dartboards and like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yes.
He had all kinds of fun activities. It was him and the boys.
And I bought it for so cheap. I bought it for like $80.
Damn. So you have a real. This is a nice one.
Yes. And it came
Did it
with
come
like
with
4
paddles?
paddles. Yup. 4 paddles, balls. I have it all now.
Man, congratulations.
Yeah, that's
Thank
nice.
you.
You're coming up. I don't want to start this off with a challenge, but I'm a pretty serious ping pong player.
I didn't know that.
I love to hear it.
Yeah, we grew up with one in the basement, and my dad and I would play like every night. So
That's some ATL shit, bro.
yeah, you could start. Yeah,
I grew up playing tennis, which is why I think
Hey.
I'm good at it.
damn, you're from Atlanta. So I'm from Atlanta too.
Okay, cool. What part of Atlanta?
You want a middle?
My parents live in Decatur now, but I
sick.
grew up in Conyers, unfortunately. But then I lived in like Little 5 Points from like 18 to like 25 until I moved to New York.
That's cool.
Where do you live now?
I live in Kirkwood. It's kind of tragic because we just moved in like January, and now they're building Pullman whatever across the street, and I feel like they're about to tear our apartments down.
What do you mean? What is Pullman? What is that? What are they building?
Pullman is like the next Pont City Market
Oh.
that they're working
Yeah,
on.
these.
There goes the neighborhood.
I love that locals really hate these things, but I think they're probably in the end like they fuck traffic. That's the real problem. That's like really.
Oh, it's been horrible. And I'm on like a really small street. It's just been like construction.
Are you gonna
sucks.
stay in ATL? Or are you gonna move?
All of our neighbors are like, he's not going to sell the building yet. Like, it's going to be like 2 more years, hopefully.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I have time to think about it.
Let's talk about your tennis game. How good at tennis are you? On a scale of 1 to 100, Rotten Tomatoes style.
Rotten Tomatoes style. You know, they be underrating the wrong things.
Oh, great
So-
preface. Great preface.
You're coming at the whole system. You're saying fuck the whole system.
Yeah.
Let me give you some new shit, guys.
I mean, honestly, I
Feels
trust the
personal.
system. I be going to Rotten Tomatoes for advice.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll watch a sick movie and I'll look it up and it'll be like 60%.
I know.
But then they give like I, Tanya 100. I'm like, what? Like,
Not I, Tanya.
That seems
Not
wrong.
I, Tanya.
One thing you'll learn as you get older, Faye, sick is subjective. You know what I mean?
you're putting me on.
And I, Tanya, it's not 100.
I, Tanya ain't 100. I, Tanya, unfortunately, I did see in the theater in a press preview situation, and it was probably a 70, I would give it, maybe.
Yeah. See?
It's not terrible.
In those situations, you have to act like the movie is better than it is to not hurt feelings, you know? So,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, Tanya would have been bummed.
Tanya,
if she saw you
Tanya herself
poo-pooing that
would have
film.
been upset. So I'm sorry. What we need to get back to your tennis rating, though.
Yeah. Okay, so my tennis rating, Rotten Tomatoes style, I would say is 75 to 80. And I'm underrating myself. But ping pong, 95.
95. Faye, you're gonna catch the smoke 2 ways from me next time I visit my parents. That's off rip.
I'm down.
Faye, are you going to Japan this summer for the games? Because if you're in that 90, if you're in 95, I'm proud that you're representing
I'm
our
pretty
country.
high.
glad-
I'm pretty high.
Yeah, I'm glad that
But
you're
like
representing-
growing up, I had my name on like tennis courts. It would be like 18 and under champion Faye Webster.
Oh,
Court
okay,
nine.
okay. So
Court 10.
okay.
You know what I mean? But I haven't played in so long, so I feel like it's unfair to give myself a higher
Sure.
rating.
Why I'm surprised, a lot of people picked that back up during quarantine. I'm surprised you didn't lean that way.
You'd only picked up the paddle.
I've found that I don't like to be athletic.
Okay.
I don't know. I just like don't work out. It's not for me.
First of all, that's kind of incredible. Second of all, it feels like, how do you go from like serious athlete? Do you think you got burned out at a young age?
I think it was just like too forced, you know? Like when you're on a tennis team, it's like you're forced to do all this stuff and it's like, damn, this takes the fun out of it for me. Like I just want to play tennis with my friends.
Actually, I have a guy that I hit with in Atlanta that's like a coach, and he coaches kids, and like some of the parents are like pushing lessons, and he's like, they have to go just like play with their friends. They can't just take lessons. Like that's not fun and that's not like productive.
Exactly.
Like,
It's true.
You get better if you play with friends and just do it in a fun way.
It's true with any hobby or any passion.
It's true. So you're saying you're a monster on the court, but you're not doing it anymore.
Correct.
Well, hold on. Did your parents play growing up? Is that how you got into it?
Yeah, and they still play to this day, like every day. Like I'll go get really, really, really drunk with my dad, so where he's like stumbling around at 2 a.m. and then he's like, "I gotta go to sleep because I play tennis at 8 a.m."
Does he play?
I'm like, what?
Well, I mean, I think if he's
How?
well, I mean, I think there's something that you may have heard of called old man strength, where they have like a little bit of a superpower after a certain age, where they can recover faster from something like that than we can.
That's crazy.
But is he competitive with it? Is he like playing his friends and it's serious?
Yes. He's playing friends and then he's playing, like ranked other old men. It's in Athens.
Oh, they let your parents live in Athens? For what? Just cause they like it?
I think they just like beer and music.
Oh, so
and I think they
but your parents just love
both of my brothers went to UGA, so we spent a lot of time in Athens. But I don't know, they tell all their friends it was a midlife crisis because they were living in Midtown Atlanta and then moved to Athens. But I think they just wanted a chill music life.
I like Athens for sure. I see the charm now more than I used to go there a lot too when I was younger, but I just don't.
They live in a cool neighborhood where it's like too far for college kids to walk to and they're too broke to get Ubers to.
Yeah,
so it's like really cool people only in this neighborhood.
That's smart business. I'm surprised though that you're able to just not exercise. I feel like it's good for the mental.
Yeah, I mean, I go on a walk every day, but like I don't do sports. Really?
Yeah, but you don't. What about like experimenting with a yoga, maybe a Pilates? You know what I mean? Something that's more meditative.
Right. I feel like I'm too anxious to be that calm for that long.
Well, that's why you need it more than ever.
Probably.
That's the thing, because I'm not necessarily anxious, but I just can't really slow my mind down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that is partly why I have embraced it in some way. Also, it's like really challenging physically.
I think also my problem is that I'm really competitive.
Yeah.
So it's like anything I'm doing, it has to be really intense or like I have to be like challenging somebody,
Yeah, then this might not be the thing for you. That's a good point. That might not work. That might not work the same way. That's not really the overall vibe there.
My partner and I play a lot of chess or Pokemon TCG.
You really are competitive. You can't even hang out. You gotta play a game.
So I'm saying we can't just get a drink.
What is this game you speak of? I've never heard of that.
It's the trading card game.
Okay. And what do you do? How does that game work? I would love for you to explain this to me.
You have to take out 6 of your opponent's Pokemon till they're dead.
Okay, so until they're dead.
And that's how you win.
This took a turn. This is a very modern game. What's the cost on this shit? Like, what's the money? What's the spend?
I have spent this week $200 on cards.
Wait, what? Holy shit! Hold on, $200 this week.
This week alone.
This is like a junior drug problem prices.
Still waiting on 2 shipments to come in before I go out of town on Monday.
Do you cop them in the app? Like, do you buy all the shit in the app?
No, you can't. You have to get them at stores, but they're kind of hard to find. My partner and I went to Target, and there was a paper sign, and it was like, "We no longer sell Pokemon cards for the safety of our employees."
People were getting shanked.
I was like, what?
People were getting shanked.
What is happening?
That is crazy. Well, I guess though, anything because they're worth money, right? Isn't that the deal? You can sell them and trade them and stuff.
Right. Yeah. And there's like, you can go to we went to a used bookstore and they had like a binder where it was like, you pick one out and they tax it up. It's like $10 to $40 for a card or 99 cents for a card.
So they're like, basically they break down the pack. Like you buy a pack and people break it down and sell it to individual cards for more money.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's just like baseball card shit, but Pokemon.
Exactly. But you can't fight with the baseball cards.
You can't fight. No, you're right. You cannot fight with baseball cards unless the game has changed quite a lot since my younger days. You're right. You cannot fight with them.
Do you like New York or Cali more, Faye?
Probably New York, but I wouldn't live either.
Damn, you're a hater, Faye.
I am.
Where would you live? Tulsa?
Tulsa.
Where the fuck would you live? Miami? What do you like?
I feel like if you kicked me out of Atlanta tomorrow, I would go live in London.
Okay, bruv. I'm with you on that. London's my favorite international destination.
Is that only because that's where your highest guarantees are?
I'm crying. I just feel like if I have to leave somewhere where I've been my whole life, the only alternative is to go somewhere where I know absolutely nobody.
Just want to start over.
Start over, learn British shit.
Yeah.
Get the bag.
Jason and I are pretty well versed in British shit, so you got to catch up.
Damn.
But I've actually never been to London. Isn't that loco? That's a word they say over there across the pond.
I don't know about that. But
Wait, I'm not sure.
It's kind of crazy because London is so cool.
It's the best.
I know. I'm bummed. I've been to all kinds of goofy places in Europe, but not good old London, the one place where they speak the language that I already speak.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully we'll be there at the same time. We can go check out some festivals.
Truly. Yeah.
We were talking to Twin Shadow yesterday, a fellow musician. He was talking about how he likes to record all the musical parts for his records by himself so he doesn't have to pay any other musicians. Is that something that you would like to do moving forward in the future, or do you need those fellow bandmates?
I love my bandmates, and making music without them feels really weird. So
yeah, but
probably not. But
Faye, let's talk about the bottom line, Faye. We're talking about the bottom line here. These guys aren't cheap.
I think it's cool when people write the music and then play everything and then just like get a band for tour. But I don't think it's for the purpose of not having to pay them. I think it's just like
well, it's for an equally not equally problematic, but a sort of it's like some type of control issue, like you can't, like it all has to be, that's not for everyone. We were joking around about it being like a Tame Impala syndrome, where you're like, is he doing all of that because he just doesn't think anyone else can do it as good as he can? Or is it like an OCD thing? Do you have any of that in you?
I mean, like Mac DeMarco does that.
Yeah.
One of my favorite artists, May Ihara, does that. And I feel like if I were to do that, it would be because
how you do that?
I wrote this song and I have a vision for it. And like maybe I'm the only person who can get the vision across. Therefore, I need to do this bass line. I need to do the percussion, or else nobody will understand me.
Can you play drums? Can you play drums though?
No, but y'all know I'm on GarageBand. You press Command K and then you go FWSS, FWSS,
I
know.
I did not know that actually. I'm more of a classic.
Just hit the GarageBand SoCal.
Oh, yeah, a woman after my own heart. Okay, so you pull up the SoCal drum kit.
I'm more of a skin
So you can do
slapper
whatever.
myself. So I'm.
I love my band. I really do. And it's taken a really long time to get the right people.
There's a lot of jokers out there. You got to watch out.
Especially in ATL.
Yeah, so I feel like-
ATL's all scammers. Faye knows. All scammers.
So they're like, I'm a scammer pedal steel player.
Exactly,
I'm
yeah.
gonna fucking take all your shit.
I'm crying.
Yeah, they're cracking cards by day, pedal steel at night. That's how it works. It's different. It's different down there.
Faye, is yo-yoing a part of your identity? Is that a thing that people talk to you about, or is it something that you don't like to talk about? I saw a video of you doing some nice yo-yo tricks, and I believe you had the Duncan butterfly. Is that correct?
Crying. Take
'Cause
that back.
It's motherfucking butterfly boys on this side. How you already know
That
what
shit
it is.
is a responsive yo-yo, and you can't do anything with responsive yo-yos.
So what do you use then? Are you sponsored, Faye? Be honest. Or who do you ride for?
I ride for SF.
Okay, that's the name of a yo-yo company.
It's a company, and they have their own sponsored players. All my favorite players are on SF.
You call them players.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense.
I probably have like 20-something yo-yos, and I've only bought 2. And it's just because
You're an influencer?
players will send me their signature yo-yo, like their own model.
Jesus Christ. So what are you getting your own model?
I have my own model.
What?
It's called the Pigeon.
Oh,
Damn. All right, Jeff Staple. Why is it called the Pigeon?
Because it was my favorite song off my last record.
Okay.
And when I first got into yo-yos before, I was like really using nice ones. It was called like the Shark or like the Torpedo. So I just thought calling it the Pigeon would be...
cooler, funnier.
What was the design process like for a yo-yo?
It's really just a model that they already had that they just let me print on.
You just freaked it a little bit.
Yeah, I just made it cool.
You made it cooler. I'm sure the pigeon was already looking pretty nice to begin with.
Yeah, it's cool. It's got a little pigeon on like a telephone wire.
What's the going retail for the Faye Webster Pigeon SF yo-yo?
Well, they're sold out now.
Damn, don't flex on us. Don't flex on us like that.
They were $30 on tour and online. I'm checking eBay for Faye Webster pigeon yo-yo.
Damn, the resale market is going dummy.
Okay, there's nothing. Oh, but they're selling my vinyl for $150.
Whoa.
Damn,
That's a scam.
Is it colored? I mean, can you get that shit?
Yeah, no, it's the AMC gold one that they don't make anymore, but I have like 2 boxes in my house that I was planning to take on tour in September. Maybe I shouldn't.
No, hit him. Get your assistant to put them on eBay and make a little coin.
Put that shit on Discogs.
But I probably made like 200 yo-yos. It was definitely a souvenir piece, but I chose this specific yo-yo because it was such a good beginner's yo-yo.
Selfless.
To do professional tricks, but at the same time, it wasn't most professional yo-yos are metal, and mine was plastic, but it felt like it was heavy enough to where it was like, I don't know, it's just a good learning thing. So I hope that somebody bought it to try to learn.
Are you going to add any freaky merch for September? You got any ideas?
Yeah, we have some cool, we made some water bottles that are cool that I like.
Nalgene, or what are we talking?
Yeah, exactly.
Who doesn't have a fucking Nalgene nowadays? You know what I mean?
I'm confused if I take them on tour because it's like a merch bin that could fit 200 shirts might fit 20 water bottles, and it's like, is it worth it to travel?
Well,
with that?
we gotta talk money. You know what I'm saying? We gotta talk. What's gonna make more bread? Because what are we charging for the Nalgene? 35 shirts, 35, or
I don't
what
know.
are we talking?
I would have to check my website.
God damn it, Faye! You're not about your business.
That's a tough decision.
Oh, we also made some nail decals that are really cool.
Oh, that's advanced.
A nail decal? Oh, like for your fingernails.
Yes.
Damn, that is tight. Okay, so you are thinking outside the bun as it pertains to merchandise.
But I just don't think anything's gonna, the simple T-shirt will probably always be the number one.
Oh, always.
The highest profit margin.
Always.
We don't know that.
Oh, we know that.
So, Faye, you were, I wanted to know how your life changed after you appeared on a Obama playlist. Walk us through what that felt like for you.
My life did not change at all.
Perfect. That's what we were hoping for.
Did the spotty numbers go up? Did we at least get a spike?
I would think that song would, but I'm not a numbers person.
We know.
But I would just assume that it had to have,
So you didn't even bother checking?
I did not check.
How much do you hate Obama? I thought he did a decent job.
I don't know. I just put music out. I don't be checking my stats.
I don't be checking my stats.
When you were checking to see how much your record was on eBay and pretending like it's a thing that you've never done before, I don't know. It just had me.
I'm dead.
It's so weird. I'm just gonna. It's $150.
Yeah, she had that shit prepared.
That's so random.
Yeah, she had that shit prepared.
I just learned.
No,
I literally will probably not take these gold records on tour.
That was an organic discovery. No, I mean, I guess I'm being competitive because I'm jealous because that's truly the way that it should be. But, in today's internet influencer Instagram age, it's damn near impossible to not be checking the stats all the time because that's unfortunately how most people measure their worth on this planet.
Yeah, it's not good for my mental health is what I found. Mm-hmm. So I just don't do it.
Unfortunately, I've had to block certain websites on my laptop for this exact reason.
It's real.
I, of course, cannot control myself. Before we leave the Obama playlist, though, who do you think's actually making the playlist?
Sasha.
I think I can't decide if it's a combination of a daughter and
Well, you can tell.
You can tell.
You can tell because Sasha will put Faye Webster, Hope Tala, Don Tolliver, really cool stuff. And then Barack probably put up Bob Dylan and Bruce Springsteen. There's an indie head listener, and then there's just I don't have time to listen to music. Here's songs I've heard at Kroger while I'm shopping. You know what I mean?
I like Bruce Springsteen. Put him on there. Yeah, that's true. It does.
But I like Bruce too, but I'm not putting him on a playlist 2021.
We're not giving him that level of representation.
I've been listening to newer stuff.
Are you into electronic dance music, or is it only guitar based?
My only interest in that spurs from the Rocket League soundtrack.
The fuck is that?
Rocket League is a video game, right?
Yes.
Damn, Faye, you're fucking me up here. You're telling me about your love for pedal steel, but then you're playing Pokemon card games, and now you're talking about a video game.
I would yo-yo to the soundtrack because it was so hype.
Damn,
It made
this
me
is twisted.
feel like
This is twisted as fuck. This is twisted.
So you're like a incel, you know what I mean? You have a lot of incel traits going on, but you're also a cool
do you play
person.
music at the end of this podcast? Can we
Hell
fade
yeah,
out with
we
this
do.
song?
You have
Alright,
do you
here we
have
go.
a request?
Hey babe, what's that Rocket League song that's like? What's it called? All right, we're looking it up.
Sounds sick
I just
so far.
I just love the idea. I mean, like it sounds like when I'm at home with my partner, I'm like, "Hey babe, did my package come?" And you're like, "Babe, what's that song from Rocket League that goes bam 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 bam?" And he's like, "Is this a serious request?"
It's so good. But when you play it, you have to make sure you play it to where like 4 bars, 8 bars before the beat drops.
No problem.
Look, well, Faye, I don't know if you know, but I'm a professional DJ, so you don't really need to tell me about where the drop is going to be.
All right, I'm crying. It's called All I Need by Slushii with 2 I's at the end.
Slushii?
Slushii with, it's worse than I thought, Faye.
Do you know who Slushii is, Jason?
I have heard the name Slushii.
Do you know who Slushii is?
Hell no.
Not personally, but Slushii's name I have seen appear before. I couldn't say any of Slushii's songs or anything like that, but it's an artist I'm familiar with.
In the title on YouTube, it says Rocket League intro song, so they must have maybe just made it.
Can you explain?
Rocket
Can you
League?
explain to me, a boomer, what Rocket League is?
Ooh, that's a hot one. Yeah, it's soccer but with cars.
Oh my god! What the fuck? What do you mean? There's
It's
an actual.
crazy.
There's a ball.
Ooh, it's a hot one.
There's a ball. Like there's an actual.
Chris, you've never
Yes.
seen Rocket League? It's funny because
Bro, hell no.
I've heard of Rocket League and I knew it was a video game and I knew that it was soccer with cars, but just something so funny about like, what is that game about? And you're like, it's soccer with cars. And I'm like, oh yeah, it's just that simple sometimes.
It's a ball with 2 goals, and depending on what car, all the cars are very different, so you got to find the one that works for you,
Sure.
that you know how to navigate.
Not unlike a Street Fighter character, Chris.
Get your car
everyone has their
and get it
different
into the goal.
strengths and weaknesses.
What's your car?
Mine's a Fennec.
A what?
A Fennec.
What the fuck is that?
Fennec.
Is this a car that exists in real life,
Yeah.
or is it only in the realm of fantasy?
Let me see, but they just added Teslas.
Do you, I was going to ask you if you were a Tesla chick. Are you got the Model Y in the garage right now, or are you keeping it real?
Oh, Fennec is a fantasy car, anyways.
Yeah, thanks. I had a
My
feeling.
bad.
I had a feeling.
But they just added Teslas, which is cool. I would totally get a Tesla in real life.
Oh, you don't have one yet?
No, I drive a dented RAV4 2012.
Oh, okay. So you do a lot of Athens road trips. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The RAV4 2012, the official car of driving to Athens.
Yeah, that really
Yeah.
is. That car's seen some action.
It has seen a lot.
So you live with Bay. You guys are playing Rocket League and listening to EDM and yo-yoing. My only question is, how much weed do you guys go through on a daily basis? It's
Yeah.
not do you smoke weed?
It's how much.
But is it by the ounce? Is it by the pound? Is it half pound? How are we doing this?
Faye has the runts in the trash bag, no question.
I'm
Is
neither
it
of
homegrown?
us.
Is it exotics? I know you have a family who's listening, so I don't want to put everything on blast, but just lead us towards the right direction, please.
Neither of us smoke weed.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Do you buy the DMT or do you guys make it
Yeah,
yourself? Because you guys seem like some smart people. I don't know if you have a chemistry background, but
No, we just drink a lot.
got it. Okay. That's cool.
Your activities, honestly,
cool.
Faye, your activities led me to believe that you were a big chiefer.
I'm sorry.
Would you consider doing drugs more?
No, I mean I have smoked, like twice in high school. Hated it. Never did it again. He smoked too much to where he was like, I just got to stop. Never did it again.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. That's sweet. You did your time, and now we're moving on.
Probably paying rent with the money that we saved from not buying weed.
Yeah, I'm rolling. Once I got sober, I realized I was rich. It's cool.
Faye, do you listen to a lot of podcasts yourself?
No.
Have you ever listened to a podcast? Be honest.
Yeah, I listened to like the hits Like Dr. Death.
Call her daddy.
Or like Shit Town.
Shit Town, Cum Town, Fuck Town.
What was the
Town.
first one about the high school
Serial?
murder? Serial. Listen to that one.
Serial.
And that was it.
Do you guys consume comedy?
We don't really be watching stand-ups like that.
Good for you, because that shit's for dorks. Well, your man, though, he makes music too, right?
Yes.
Do you think it's for dorks, Faye?
Hey, y'all need to take me out this beef y'all have with each other. Don't involve me in this.
We know you have this album coming out or whatever, but we just need to just settle our arguments. That's why. That's what you're here for.
I think stand-up comedy is sick.
Okay, what about milk? What kind of milk do you drink? Whole, almond, oat?
Oat. What about you?
Jason's a whole milk guy. That's another reoccurring theme on this program.
Nice. Like a 3-year-old.
You didn't say it,
like a 3-year-old cow. Well, you think only babies drink whole milk, the king of milks? What the fuck?
I'll get like the tiniest, like the 70-cent tiny whole milk if I need it for cooking.
Like if you're making some of your famous country biscuits.
Yeah. What's your cooking game like? Are you on your collards and biscuits swag?
Oh, we go hard in the kitchen.
Well, I mean, the amount of weed that you guys smoke, you guys must be fucking chefing it big time.
But really, it's the grill outside.
Oh, okay. Are you guys smoking?
We're not smoking. We're just grilling.
Okay.
But we want to start smoking. By we, I mean I carry stuff out to Booth, and Booth does it all.
So, like, you bring him, like, a nice iced tea, and then you pat his forehead with a kerchief because it sure is hot out here today?
Yeah, that's nice.
Or he's like, hey, babe, where's my tongs?
I'm the runner. Exactly. I'm the runner from the kitchen to the grill outside.
Coming. And then you...
Yeah.
So you guys have like a pretty complete domestic relationship going on over here, and I think it's very cute.
We love it.
No weed at all, huh? Okay.
We're getting the lie detector out for that, but I believe you.
Okay, so are you guys vegetarian, vegan, any of that stuff, or are you guys putting down everything?
We put it all down.
Okay. You ever drink buttermilk straight? Just fuck it level? Just to say fuck it?
I don't think I've even ever owned buttermilk.
I thought you were Southern.
Definitely no.
I thought you were Southern.
Well, now I know you really ain't country. Is your man country at least?
No.
Couple of goddamn city slickers.
Where's he from?
Well, he grew up in New Jersey, but he's from Atlanta.
They sound like city slickers to me, TJ.
New Jersey to Atlanta?
Yeah.
Okay. He does not do drugs then. He sells them.
And
that's fine. I know a few people who go make that drive, you know what I'm saying?
Kroger, Publix, Whole Foods, what's your scam?
We live closest to a Kroger, so we'll go there.
Yeah, but you know Kroger sucks.
There's a neighborhood market right down the street. So we'll go there, but you can't
get
grocery
Cheerios
shop
there. Yeah,
it's too much. It's too expensive. They have a great wine selection. If you just need some produce or you're missing one thing in your pantry, we going there.
Are you popping bottles of Natty on the regular?
The beer Natty?
No, natural wine.
I thought you were talking about Natty Lights.
No, hell no. I would never bring up a domestic beer.
I was like, I'm not. Why do you take me as a Natty Light type?
No, we don't. We would never do that. We know that you're drinking high octane IPAs, some hazy milk
I
shakies.
hate IPAs with a passion.
Hell yeah, me too. That shit's trash.
IPAs are so gross.
It's for dorks.
It's for dads.
Yeah, when you get a little bit older and when you turn into a man, you'll eventually enjoy a nice, thick IPA.
Have y'all ever heard of long drink?
Long drink?
It's a cocktail in a can, and it's so good.
So it's a pre-made cocktail?
Yes, that you get at the liquor store. It's gin and grapefruit soda. It is a treat. It is so good.
Okay, and so you just get bent back, popping those down while Bay is flipping the ribs in the backyard. Sun is going down. What kind of cigarettes are you smoking?
Something like that.
What kind of cigarettes are you guys smoking when that's going down? And then follow-up question, what's for dessert, Faye?
He is not a dessert type person, but I have at all times Jenny's ice cream stocked in the freezer.
Oh, what flavor? Are you a Brambleberry head?
My favorite is the brown butter almond brittle.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's a hot one.
That sounds delicious. I'm coming off desserts right now, so I don't need you to. I don't like talking like this.
Hey, y'all literally asked.
Basically, my takeaway today, Faye, is that you're a talented musician with a lot of great hobbies. You don't get outside enough, and you should maybe exercise a little bit more to help your mental state.
That's like word for word what my therapist tells me. Like, you are great at doing what you love, and you spend too much time doing dumb shit.
Yeah, see? And I gave you that shit's for free. I just gave you that for free. That therapist probably charged you $200 an hour.
Actually, we pay you for this podcast, so you're making money and you're getting free therapy. Just something to think about.
She'd get money two ways.
Faye, drop the Venmo, please. Afterwards, I do need to. we pay you $4,000 for this. You know
One
that,
time
right?
I dropped all my bandmates' Venmos on stage.
Okay.
And then when we got off stage, we were all checking, and nobody sent us anything except for my pedal steel player had $200.
What did your pedal steel player do? Did he do the unthinkable?
Plays pedal steel so much better than any other bandmate, apparently.
He plays pedal steel about $200 better than anyone else in that room.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That is kind of interesting to drop the Venmos of all your band in the concert.
Yeah.
That's kind of, and you're crowdsourcing, like, you know what?
And I dropped myself.
Yeah.
And you didn't get shit? And
then, no, the day after, I got, you know how you can request? I got a request for $5, and it just said, for making me sad all the time listening to your music. And they requested $5.
I like that crowdsourcing. If somebody does a really good job that day, like your pedal steel player, reward them financially. It sounds like you had an off night that night, and that's okay. You don't get too hundy, and all you can do is try harder the next time.
This is true. It's competitive out there.
Yeah, sometimes you have to compete with your own bandmates.
Yeah. And you're the leader. It's literally named after you, but you still got to compete.
Fuck those guys.
Faye Webster, thank you for joining us on How Long Gone. We're excited for the new album. It's in stores. We say, what's it called, Faye?
It's called I Know I'm Funny, haha.
You know, I
love
knew
it.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, Faye. I knew what it was.
Silence.
I knew what it was called, but I wanted to ask you. I wanted you to say it out loud. So thank you for doing that. You hold Atlanta down for me. I'll see you on the ping pong court whenever you want the smoke.
I agree. Let's do it.
Okay, and I'm gonna start playing that Slushii song for
cue
you right
Slushii
now.
Oh.
Yeah, thank you so much.